Hi, Heidi. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator. How are you today? We're going to talk to David today. So he's already been in here bouncing around. He's a sweetheart. Yeah, yeah. yeah. I I don't know if you've done this before, but I think you know. I think you have. I do so many, I'm not sure. Anyway, it's not an exact science. They'll give me what you need to know, not always what you want to know. And I ask them the questions, and it's up to them to answer. I can't make them, but okay, okay. He he wants you to know that you two are part of a soul group, and I don't want to spend a long time trying to explain this. Not a soulmate, soul group. There's kind of a group of, and we get together before we come here, and we decide what we're going to teach each other, what we're going to learn, and you just you feel it. I mean, when you meet somebody, you feel it. And I was even in a restaurant one time, and I saw a guy at the next table. Never saw him before, never saw him again. And he looked at me too, but it was like I was so strongly attracted to him energetically. Well, he's nice looking too, but that wasn't it. That I knew he was part of my soul group from somewhere, but for some reason, I'm not supposed to connect with him. And I have my soul group here, but we come in different lives together, we play different parts, and we teach each other stuff. But he says you are part of that with him. So he had the same, what do I want to call it, attraction? And that doesn't mean we're going to be mates. It doesn't mean we're going to get married. That doesn't mean any of that stuff. It can be two girls. One of my soul group is my best friend and my female friend. But anyway, he had the same, like, thinking of you, and probably more than likely when you would think of him, he would be tuned into that. I hope I'm explaining this well enough. He would be tuned in enough that it would, I don't want to say trigger, that's not the word I want to use. Oh, good grief. But he would feel it. He would just feel it, not even have to be anywhere close. You can be across the world, and you can have your soul group or soul mate or whatever and feel that. You're kind of connected like by a cord. So that doesn't mean you have to be together. That doesn't mean you have to talk every day. So he was doing it too, where he would think of you every so often. And probably when he thought of you, then he would pop up in your head because you can just feel it. Um, he says he said he wants you to know that as he was leaving, you were one of the people that he thought of. He thought that was important for you to know. He wants you to know he's still hanging around. Let's see if he's going to show me anything. It seems to me like my big deal is they like to have me show people what their signs are, so you know that they're there. He's tapping his foot like somebody does when they're impatient, tapping his foot, but not real fast. But it's kind of that impatient tapping, tapping, tapping. You're going to hear like the toe of a shoe tapping, tapping on the floor, tapping. And it's probably going to be so slight that you won't think anything of it. You might just go, what was that noise? And then, whoop, not think any more about it. There's something on your kitchen counter that keeps falling off. And he's making it look like it's round. It doesn't have to be, but like it rolls off and falls on the floor. when you're not looking. When you walk out of the room, you come back in, you go, how'd that get on the floor? If it hasn't happened, it's going to. And a lot of these things, if you don't realize what it is now, you'll either remember it later, see it later, or somebody else that you talk to will validate it for you later. He says he left because it was time. He said it was his exit point. We come to this earth with an exit point. Some of us have one day here. We've already planned that exit point when we come, and some of us are 100. It can vary a little bit depending on what's going on around us and who needs to learn from it in your group, mainly. But it's pretty close unless you change it yourself, which would be suicide, changes the timeline. And then there's some that happens to. I don't know why he's wanting me to explain all this. He needs to be talking. He says, no, it didn't hurt. Hang on. He's showing yourself standing in the living room. He's showing you standing in your living room, and he walks by. So you've seen him or felt him or something walk by you. Usually, and it seems like almost every one of my readings, they're doing this lately. So they're trying to get this point across very strong. You see something in your peripheral vision and it's walking by and you turn your head and it's not there. It seems like almost every reading they've done this lately. So they're pushing this point. So he's walking by, or you might even feel a little wisp of air or a little change, like when you know somebody's behind you before you see them. You feel them. He said he's kind of ruffling your hair. So you will feel that, and it won't feel very strong. Shouldn't. Probably not. I should say probably not. Kind of doing this. Only a little more than that. I don't want to mess my hair up too much. I have enough trouble with it. Something about a car. Something about a car. Okay, you're gonna have to be explained a little more than that. I feel like it's his car. Mm. You know, I can't make them bring it through any more clear if they don't want to. He's just saying something about his car. Did he have a sports car? Did he have a fancy car? Did he love his car more than anything? Something about his car. Worship his car. He said it's just stuff. Okay, he's coming up and okay, I can't. He's going poke, 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 and he's saying the word poke, poke, and he's laughing, poke. So he's poking you, and it won't feel like a real finger. Probably won't. But you're going to feel just a little pressure on one spot, and it could feel like a pin sticking you. Sometimes when they poke me, it feels literally like somebody takes a pin and goes, eek. Or it could feel just really hot, like in that one little spot every so often, because oh, he's still laughing. He thinks that's hysterical. He says, I want you to know that I still love you. He says we weren't supposed to be together this time. He says we have been together before in another life. We are supposed to keep meeting, so you're going to see him again. You're going to meet him again in another. I don't know if you believe in past lives, multiple lives. He keeps going like this. We're going to meet again. We're going to meet again. Say hi to the gang that I haven't seen for a while. When I left, it was quick, painless. It was a happy time for me. He says, you ought to see the shit that I see now. Don't know what he's singing up there. And he's laughing. Oh my gosh. He's a character. He's okay. So when you're laying in the bathtub, the shower curtain's going to move a little bit. It's going to be like peekaboo, peekaboo. It. I'm going to say probably because I never know whether they've mastered, moving things or not. Or anyway, it's not going to be like the shower curtain rips wide open, but it'll be a little peekaboo, peekaboo. I'm sorry. He's cracking me up because he's laughing hysterically. It's almost like when a dog puts her nose up there, and tries to look in. He says, I can see you now. He's talking about a female with an A name, like Alice. It may not be Alice exactly, but an A name. Somebody that you know. And he's acknowledging. Say hi to the gang. He walks around behind me. He comes over on my left. He flops down on his back. He's got a rose in his hand, like he flopped on a couch or something. He's got a rose in his hand. He's going to sing you a song. So you may, sorry, I can't help it. He's being so funny. It's like he even when he flopped down, it was comical. So you might hear some humming or singing from the direction of your couch or your bed. I'm not sure, but it looks more like a couch. So you probably hear some type of music. Could be humming, could be singing, could even be a radio over there by the couch turn on or something. It's going to be something to do with music. But he's singing right now. He's serenading. What are you singing? He's singing. It sounds like he's singing. This is definitely not any song I've ever heard. If I only had one of you. And I'm not hearing any more of the words, but he's singing it. So I don't know. I guess you could Google and see if that's actually a song. And if it is, because it could be like rock and roll or something that I don't know. If I only had one of you, then look at the lyrics. because I'm not recognizing any of it. And he's just all casual and laid back and relaxed and happy-go-lucky. So he pops in around your house. He does. He says, I want you to know I love you in the truest sense of the word. But I don't feel like it's the love of a partner. It's the love of that soul connection. I don't know how to describe it in a 15-minute video. I don't want to take up the whole time. So watch the shower curtain. And if you hear stuff in your ear or you hear some singing over there, you're not going batshit crazy. He is. He's hysterical. Okay, much love to you. Thank you for allowing me to be his voice and for him giving me a giggle. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, and much love to you. See you later.